Hey, what are you playing?
I'm playing Brawl Stars. Why?
You should be reading bad books instead.
Like what?
Here. In Cold Blood by Truman Capote. This is a really good book, and I'll say that you'll really like it.
I think I will really read this and stop playing Brawl Stars. Thank you. Hello, welcome to our banned books project, In Cold Blood. Our group is me, Sebastian Garcia,
Moises Serrano.
Hector Estrada.
and we have another group member, Zaire Bravo, but he couldn't come to our filming today because his mom said that he couldn't be home alone or some reason like that, but he will be later, talking about questions. In Cold Blood is a part of a true crime genre. It is one of the first true crime books that was made. The book was published in 1966 and is based on the real-life 1959 murders of the Clutter family in Holcomb, Kansas. The historical context of its publication in the 1960s is significant because it was a time of social and political unrest in the United States, including growing awareness of the issues like crime, justice, media taking a new role in all of this. In Cold Blood takes place in the town of Holcomb, Kansas in 1959. The peaceful community is shaken by the murders of the Clutter family at the time because in a suburban neighborhood like that, murder was extremely not common. This creates a change between the town's good setting and the shocking violence. The late 1950s shows the change in town, showing how bad the horror of the crime was and its impact on the community it had. In Cold Blood, the main characters are the killers, Perry Smith and Dick Hickok. Perry Smith is quiet, sensitive, and artistic, but he is deeply troubled and violent. Dick Hickok is more outgoing and manipulative. He often acts as their leader, but he lacks Perry's emotions and overall just emotions in general. Neither man shows much remorse for their crimes that ended lives, but Perry later expresses some form of guilt when he is in jail. Overall, they don't change much.
Major conflicts in Cold Blood are the murder of the Clutter family and the investigation, which is resolved when the killers Dick Hickok and Perry Smith are apprehended and convicted. Another key conflict is the mental health of the killers, especially Perry, who has problems with his past and of his actions through this conflict remain unresolved. Capote uses vivid imagery to contrast the peaceful Clutter home with the violence of the murders. He also uses the American dream as a motif, showing how it is destroyed by the crime. These techniques help build tragedy and tension throughout the book. Several major themes that surface in our reading are the acts of violence and its ability to disrupt the communities in the Clutter family's murder. It shows the theme of justice and of the legal system, like the death penalty. It also talks about the mortality and redemption of those who commit either small or big crimes. It questions if people who commit horrific crimes can ever change or even be forgiven.
Social issues explored in this book are poverty, mental illness, and the flaws in the criminal justice system. These issues are tied to the 1950s through 60s, but also reflect universal truths about inequality and the human capacity of violence. Banned history on this book, this book was banned in Savannah, Georgia, in AP English class in 2000, and Colorado in Reed High School 2009. It was unbanned because of the literary and educational value. Censor had a problem with the book's sexual material, graphic violence, and use of profanity and slurs that are offensive. The book is also insensitive to some cultures and religions. This book also contains drug use and shows the main character's dangerous ideologies.
Now, Zaire will take it on from here.
Hello, my name is Zaire Bravo, and in the book In Cold Blood, as there are events that to some people are inappropriate, it causes them to want to censor it as they want to keep people safe and with a good morale standard. And we disagree with this as we don't think that it's good to limit a book as it limits people's creativity and to express their freedom. And this is not good for society. We think that In Cold Blood should be included in the high school curriculum as it encourages critical thinking and explores the themes of justice and morality through the lens of crime. The exploration of the murders of the Clutter family and the motivations of the killers challenge students to look at how complex crime and punishment is. By reading In Cold Blood, students also question the media's role in using tragedy. As Truman faced many controversy and bans due to the graphic depictions of violence and mature themes such as mental illness and loss of innocence, people deemed this as inappropriate for school settings, which caused In Cold Blood to be banned in many parts of the U.S.
We as a group believe that the book should not be banned because it's a true story that happened to the Clutter family, and it would be extremely disrespectful to them to not tell what happened to them. It also shows what murderers go through and what their ideologies are, and we can learn from them, and then we can learn from them to become a better society and not end up like them.
Without the use of this book, we will be uninformed about topics like these. We need to know what is going on, and we need to know what happens.
This book also contains important literary devices that students could benefit from.
For our final scene in our banned book project, In Cold Blood by Truman Capote, where we are reenacting the murder scene in Cold Blood when Perry and Dick both killed the wife, Nancy, and the son, Kenyon.
Hey Terry, I think the wife's room is open.
Alright,
Go kill him.
let's go tie them up first. I don't know about killing them yet. I kinda don't wanna kill them. Dick, they're sleeping. Tie them up then. Okay. Alright, Dick, I tied them up. Kill them now. But I really don't want to kill them. We're just here for the money. I don't care. Kill them. Do it for me. I'm your best friend. Okay, Dick.
Alright.
Thank you for watching.